G'day Callum, Hayden here from Pacific Toyota. Mate, just want to run over this Toyota Land Cruiser Prado with you. Mate, before I do so, a bit about us. So we actually run the largest pre-owned operation in Queensland under the Toyota banner. Pacific Toyota is actually owned by a group of Toyota dealers. It's actually the largest privately owned group, giving us great buying power and obviously allowing us to be the size that we are. Up here in Cairns, we run two large pre-owned vehicle yards for this dealership. As well as that, we do offer flexible on-site finance options here with Toyota Financial Services. Benefit of using Toyota Finance is they are the largest automotive financier in Australia, which means you're going to get really cheap finance rates. As I keep going around, you can see our service centre just over there. As well as that, you've got our Lexus of Cairns and new vehicle showroom as well. All up as a group, we do sell anywhere between 300 to 400 vehicles a month, obviously depending on the month, and we're currently on track to do an all-time record. Mate, I do want to run around this Prado with you just to show you its general condition, any marks, bumps or bruises around the vehicle, just so it's full transparency. At the end of the day, if you do purchase the car and it rocks up, I don't want there to be any hidden surprises for you. So mate, I'm just going to come around the bumper and look, if any marks are of a concern to you, please let us know. Always happy to look at seeing whether we can potentially get them fixed within the pricing or for a cheap price. But mate, just coming around, so the front bumper does have a few little bruises just here. Not too sure what's caused them, but once again, if it is of a concern to you, happy to look at getting that looked at for you. But just coming across the front bumper, but all in all, to be honest, this car's in brilliant condition for its age and kilometres. But as you can see, all in really good condition there. Just going to come back around over the bonnet. I'm just trying to point out any major marks, bumps or bruises. So all in all, really good condition, great paintwork. Obviously being a Toyota, they're renowned for being reliable and well put together. So as you can tell, it's reflected in the video. Just coming over the guard through there and down. Just coming to the front tyres, so they're running a Yokohama all-terrain on it. I can't see any scuffs around the rim from gutter rash, which is good. It keeps the car looking nice. So you can see all the tread in there. And just coming in and around just to see how nice and clean the rest of the suspension system is and the chassis there. So as you can see, all really clean for a vehicle, especially being an SUV full drive, obviously with the capabilities that they can handle. Just coming around over that door, once again up, just down the pillar to the mirror. Okay, and then once again down to the side steps there. Just going to come back up to the panelling of the door. All in all, in really good condition. Well looked after. It's a real credit to the previous owners. Anyone who's looking to purchase this vehicle is going to be quite happy. I'm just looking at the door cards there, so all nice and well looked after. Fully detailed and up to scratch. There's no real major bumps and bruises. I'm just having a look there. Sometimes you get the odd scratch from a ring or so, but all well looked after. Just coming in to look over the dash. Through there, and you got that little piano black finish through here above the glove box and the flooring. I will run over the seat. There is a little bit on it just with the service books and that, which I'll run over shortly. You got to look a little bit of wear and tear, which is to be expected though, but all fully still full, what would you call it, full sponge, fully how could you say, in its current shape. All that through there. Okay, just going to do the same to the back door card and the back doors for you. So once again, all really well looked after. Once again, this is usually where you find a couple of scratches, which is a very fine one just there. Another little fine one just there as well. You tend to see that from rings on hands and stuff like that. Just looking at the flooring. And coming up to the rear seats as well, just as I come out. As you can see, all really well looked after. Great vehicle, real credit to the previous owners. Just coming to do this rear wheel here. So as you can see, still plenty of tread on the tyres. Running those Yokohamas, no real scuffs or no scuffs on the rim. It does have the red cap on it, which tends to mean that the tyres are filled with nitrogen. So there's a few added benefits to that. Just looking in around the suspension system here and the chassis, you know, you can usually tell an off-roader by going over that, and it looks like this was more of a city SUV than it was an off-roader, going by the condition of the chassis. Just going to sort of do a bit of a wide angle for the back and sort of down line with the vehicle there. As you can see, all nice and straight and well looked after. Just coming over the top of the spoiler there. If you are looking at a Prado in this colour, over age you do tend to see them faded, but in this case it's obviously been garaged because it's in brilliant condition. Just coming over the rear wheel carrier. Once again, no real major bumps or bruises. There is a couple little fine scratches here, but all in all, really good condition. Through there, just going to open the boot itself. So currently got the seats up like so, and to pop them down it's nice and easy. You just lift these up like so, and down they go. You can run them as a 50-50 if you want, otherwise you can have them both down and get that much extra room out of a boot, purely because they're not going up to the side, they're sitting in the floor. So all in all, really well looked after. You got the unlock and lock function on the rear boot as well, so all nice and handy. As well as that, you've got your tools in here for the jack and that, but the jack does live over in this side. As well as that, you do have a 100-watt inverter as well, so just in there, and that's your rear aircon fan. So all in all, really well looked after. You also have the third child lock for the rear seats as well. So all nice and safe and easy. There is no tow bar on the vehicle, so obviously it hasn't been a tow vehicle. Like I said, I'm pretty confident this is more of a city SUV based on the condition of it, which is good. Just coming around the vehicle there and up. Just going to do the rear tyre again as well. So as you can see, no major scuffs around the tyre, all really well looked after. Inside the chassis again, all pretty standard through there, and still plenty of tread on the tyres. Just going to do the door card on this side for you as well. As you can see, all really well looked after, great condition. Anyone looking at this vehicle is going to be very happy with it. It's a real credit to the previous owners at how well it's been looked after. I believe it was sold through Pacific Toyota, so we were the selling dealer as well as the service provider for it. So I suppose we take responsibility. We've seen the car its whole life, so we know it's definitely been looked after. The only real major thing that I can fault with it is sort of these marks just here on the bumper that I ran over earlier. Tyres, no major scuffs around the rims, all really well looked after. And once again, just going over the chassis in there, suspension system, and back to the front there. Up there, I'm just going to go on the driver's side here. Obviously this is where the main traffic area is, so you tend to find a few more bumps and bruises, which I can, as you can see through there, but very fine, very minor. It's nothing that would really be of an issue. Once again, you just got the creases from wear, but all in all, still got plenty of sponge and retraction in it. Really well looked after, comfy seats. Just going to jump on in and sort of show you the interior of the vehicle. I'll turn it on as well. Okay, so obviously you got your steering wheel controls for the screen on this side and your Bluetooth on the other. Does need a little bit of fuel. As you can see, the fuel light's working. On this side as well, because of the year model, this does get the satellite navigation in it. So if you hit the home button, you'll see the sat nav there, your radio, and if your phone was connected, it would come up. AC, you got tri-zone, so the two front passengers can have their own, and then you've got the rear as well, which you can run as their own temperature. So, which I've just done so, and then once again back to the front, where the passenger can have a different temperature to the driver. As you come down, you do have your full drive system, so your center diff lock and downhill assist control. Really good features if you're wanting to just do that casual full driving. It just makes life a whole lot easier because the car's sort of taking over a bit in that sense. Gear lever, so because it doesn't have the button, it's across and down, which will then give you your reversing camera there. and sensors. So as you can hear, the way the sensors work is obviously the closer you get, which I'll just do, the faster the frequency. So just getting closer to this Outlander now, and you can hear those beeps getting much closer to stop. Okay, now I come forward again just so I don't hit the car. You then got your USB and auxiliary down here, as well as a 12-volt power supply, so plenty of power outlets there. You do have 2 keys for the vehicle as well, which I just have here. And as well as that, I've just got the service book here. So obviously us as the selling dealer, you've got the first service that was done at 10,000 Ks through Pacific Toyota. Next service at 20,000, next service at 29, next service at 39, next service at 49, and then you go to 61,000 there. Looks like they've skipped one and gone to the 81,000. So I'm not sure whether it just wasn't stamped, but looks like it's got a very good service history in it, which you don't tend to see. Looks like they've also been looking after the tyres really well. They've been going over basically the rotation of them with the company Bob Jane T-Mart. So they've got all that in there as well. And then you've got your other main user manual books as well, all through there. So all very well looked after, great vehicle. Like I said, we're the selling dealer. All in all, the car's been really well looked after. I'm just going to do one last walk around with the car, and that will conclude the virtual tour for today. Okie dokie. Perfect. Well, thank you for watching the virtual tour. Mate, if you have any questions, please give me a call on 0410 839 933, and I'll be happy to help out. Thank you.